Hey y'all, happy hump day. Hey allegedly, how you doing? Allegedly, can you hear me? My voice is kind of hoarse right now. Hey Well Seed, how you doing? Hey EJ, happy hump day. It is Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Hey Kim, how you doing? At work. Have a good day at work, love. Hey Water Sniper. Oh, thank you. Lisa Mack, how you doing? Yeah, I've been dealing with some family issues, and I was like, well, let me pop on real fast. But I have a minute and see how everybody is doing, honey. Hey, Mika Red. So anyway, like I said, I was just checking in, see how my nomads are doing. I hope y'all can hear me. I have been trying. I missed so many videos, y'all, that it's hard for me to catch up. And I was like, wow, okay. I see the sector is going, it's on and popping. You have your resident conductor conducting the girls, honey. Yes, things are going on. It's been very interesting. The little bit that I saw, it's hard for me to catch up because this is like a soap opera, right? Hey, Samara, if you miss a day, you miss a lot, And so I seen a couple of things. I saw that Miss Dovey um has been fired. I see chess. I see the chess game is afoot. The pawns are running wild, and there's a lot going on, but it's very entertaining. You want entertainment, right? And so we're getting it. Like I said, there's so much. Ooh, child, I can't even hardly catch up. But let me tell you what's going on. So the last time I popped on YouTube, and I'm sure some of you have heard of it. Hey, Nappy Storm, how you doing, love? Some of have heard. So Saturday, I was listening, and my phone was about dead because I was away from my home. I was listening to Dovey's panel, and I know it's been a couple of days ago, but I didn't get a chance to, come back and talk about it, right? Because real life comes before YouTube for me. Now I realize that a lot of people, some people are so invested, in the dark side of the algorithm that they can't focus, but that it's not me, right? So anyway, I popped up on Dovey's panel because I was listening while I was out and about, and that Anglo, what is her name, Misty, was up on the podium, and they were acting so sympathetic, and she used the word negra, and all of this and all that, and that really pissed me off. The more people they actually started apologizing to her, and all of this and all of that. I was like, really, really, everybody know what she's been saying, and it really pissed me off. So I hit the link, and I said what I had to say to her, because I don't take those sort of things lightly, and a lot of y'all know that I don't do these interlopers around here, and it's nothing new, right? And I don't care who is chilling with the interloper the long way. That matters not to me. I don't care who your bestie is, right? So I got up there and I said what I had to say, and I was like, well, let me get down. And I'm glad I couldn't go live immediately, because uh I really have to protect my peace. Y'all know I don't beef no more. You know what I mean? And so I was like, you know what? Okay, okay. I'm gonna let them have it. If they wanna, kowtow or cater to these interlopers around here, they can. And I was really disappointed in Miss Dovey because not only she didn't only have one racist interloper on there, she had two, right? Just kind of follow along the crowd. And she wasn't doing nothing but getting played in the first place. And if she couldn't see that, that's on her. I really don't care, right? But I do care about some of the things that come out of some of the people's mouths. I don't. Nobody in this sector has to care about racism, but I will continue to care about it. I don't make any qualms about it. Everybody in the sector that has been here for a while, they know that I am pro-black. I think that black people, online or offline, that cater to these racist interlopers, especially Southern interlopers, right? Southern Anglos, because they know exactly what's going on, and they know exactly what's being done. And I think it's a shame that black people don't see when you don't care about yourself as a black person. Um, um, I really don't. Everybody has the right to do what they want to do. Let me just say that, right? And not only did that, what is her name? That Misty chick get up there and try to, play in people's faces. They were apologizing to her, cause she was losing her hair, cause she's sick. Girl, I don't care. And then that other chick got up on her. What is her name? Chris? No, her name is whatever her name, Charlie or something like that. She got up there trying to explain, talking about the culture, and then she pissed me off because, girl, you don't know what the culture is. You think the culture is the hood, honey. That is not the culture, right? Because I never grew up in a hood, and I live down south. And so I don't deal with those types of trash. I don't care who deal with them. Like I said, I don't. They must be bottom trash. Exactly. I don't deal with that nonsense. I'm not impressed by it. Um, but everybody got a right to be where they want to be. Well, see, and I don't call them that people. I call them interlopers or Anglos. Do you see what I'm saying? So, cause yeah, I don't, and but they got a right to be where they want to be. It's just like black people got a right to cater to this nonsense if they want to. That's on them, right? So I don't respect that, and everybody knows I don't respect it. And but like I said, I'm protecting my peace. I don't hardly talk about it. If y'all notice, if you've been with me for a while, I don't hardly speak on. I don't like to get on my pro black ish. You know what I mean? And because there are a lot of black people around here that really just don't care one way or the other. And I realize people say it's for entertainment, but I don't play like that. And I've just decided to try to ignore it. But and a lot of people don't even realize. So I really think that some of these people, a couple of these races anyway, are paid operatives. They are here to, incite drama, and and do all kind of things like that, right? I know that's right. Well, I see me too, baby. I'm all the way there. I'm all the way there, and they know it. I'm all the way Khalid Muhammad. Okay, so I don't apologize for being pro-black, and I don't have to deal with nothing I don't want to deal with, especially just I don't. There are certain things. Y'all know I got a whole lot of issues when it comes to my boundaries, right? Because my boundaries allow me to keep my peace. And just because I'm behind a black screen on YouTube doesn't mean I have to deal with what I want to deal with, right? And I don't like stuff like that. But everybody got a right to do what they want to do and fool with who they want to do, fool with who they want to fool with, just like I do, right? So I don't deal with it. Everybody know I don't deal with it. What I say is a lot of people have lost their mind. Yes, they have water sniper. This algorithm is really, the internet is really, it really. See, here's the thing. I truly believe that because some people are around behind this black screen, it allows them to show you who they really are. And if you're really paying attention, you can see who they really are, right? You can see how they interact in their real life. And take somebody like me, Water Sniper, for instance, and somebody like EJ. They've been listening to me for a while, and they already know that I don't deal with the interlopers, right? Like I can't even fake the funk when it comes to that situation. And part of it is in part because I live in the South, right? I see you can't make little slick comments to me like that. Charlie person said that Misty was re-victimizing herself, right? And then she said she chose the wrong word. Girl, you didn't choose the wrong word. You knew exactly what you were saying. And then at the end of the day, we know that they protect their own, right? And they are only over here, for fodder when it comes to black people, and how other black people that come from the South also can even deal with them is beyond me. But like I said, everybody got a right to do what they want, right? And so I was reading a comment or something on somebody's page, and they said something like, pretty much, how am I gonna call out Misty and maybe the Charlie person and not call out the Jason guy, right? And I thought that they called, don't you have not a victim? I thought the Jason guy, I have heard the Jason guy being called Voldemort, right? So when I called him Voldemort, or whatever the world or the name is that they call him from that Harry Potter movie, I thought that's what they called him. And then VS jumped up on her and she was like, well, I thought they called me Voldemort, bitch, in the first place. I don't give a fuck what they call you, right? Especially when it's something like this. Don't play with me. Everybody know I don't deal with the interloper thing, right? And then she's up there telling her girl Charlie, well, don't don't bend or don't bow or break. Look, bitch. Everybody know I don't play like this, right? So that really pissed me off. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna protect my peace and I'm gonna go on about my business because there's some stuff I don't freaking play with, right? And I don't play with Anglo interlopers. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. I don't play with them, and I don't give a fuck who it is. Don't play with me like that, right? So I was like, let me protect my peace. Let me move it right along because I ain't got time for this, right? And so yeah, I don't play like it. Samara said, and y'all please hit the like button, okay? It is hard to be pro-black when you see how foolish our people is, or anyone who works with New Mexico makes me sick. Me as well. But that person right there, I choose to ignore New Mexico. I don't even know if he's a paid operative or if he's batshit crazy. I really don't know what that is, but some people you have to ignore, right? I refuse to give that person too much energy. I saw how he, just how somebody like maybe iBabe, no disrespect to iBabe, or even Kwani, several people over here give him too much energy. And that fuels the fire when you give him energy. And that thing right there is so disgusting. I refuse to give it my energy. So I don't speak on it at all. Do you see what I'm saying? And anybody that works with him is absolutely gross to me. I just cannot. Not with that. You know what I mean? But yeah, Samara, I don't play about my blackness either, and I don't care who it is, right? And I heard something else went on, but I could never find the video. What went on between VS and that Nina Gogley person? Can somebody tell me about that? I honestly was looking at her explaining about her hair and all, and I thought she upset the wrong black and they lit a candle on her like dope child. Low key, I don't know who you was calling Voldemort. Everyone nicknames. But yeah, now I have heard Jay Wilson call uh VS Voldemort, but then I think I have heard like maybe Brianna called New Mexico Voldemort. You know what I mean? So when she jumped up on that panel and she assumed that I was talking about her, I'm like, girl, have a seat, get down. You already done orchestrated this stuff. You already up here telling this Anglo not to bend or whatever. Girl, stop. Get a reality check. You live in the South side like I do. You know exactly what's going on with this chick. You know what I mean? Like I don't play like that. I don't mind the entertainment. I don't mind the game, the YouTube game or whatever. But I don't play about that. And everybody know I don't play about it. So it's really grossed me out. And that New Mexico thing is just absolutely disgusting. And many people in the sector have worked with that thing. And that's on them. But I don't play like it. Everybody know I don't play like it. It ain't even nothing brand new. Child, I don't play like it. A couple of years ago, um, I was speaking. Like I don't even hardly speak about get on my pro black ish no more because don't you know what? At one point in time, if y'all knew, and Water Sniper might remember this, or maybe even EJ, they said I tried to incite a race riot, and the people that were the loudest were black people. See, they have no moral compass. You look stupid to me. Like I can't take you seriously when you fool with people like that are openly racist, right? And I even when I was on Dovey's panel, and Miss Dovey is too old to act like that. And so I can't respect you. I don't care. There's many people, and then act like they did, like Juan. Yeah, work with them, want to get with them, and now they done turned on you and called your mama and stuff, and now you was so much against that person and all this and all that. But at first you was trying to warm up to him, child, child, child. the one lady that kept saying she was part of our. Yeah, that was the. You remember that two neighbor storm? That was the Charlie person talking about some culture, bitch. In the first place, you don't know nothing about my culture, bitch. One of your braids to the back and living in the hood, hoe, and trying to talk with some slang. You don't know that. So are you saying everybody is ghetto? Because that is absolutely not true, bitch. So yeah, have never said with me, child. It's like they exactly. I grew up in the culture. I was a token black white girl in the hood, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck. Who the fuck are you? And then they work with these Anglos doing them dirty work and doing their dirty work and all of this and all of that. Hey, Claude. Man, just checking in at the doctor's office for a routine. Okay, I hope everything goes well, Claude. Look at hey Sheba. Yeah, I don't play like that though. So I was like, you know what? Let me not deal with this because and I'm speaking on it now, even though it happened Saturday because I didn't get a chance to let you Nomads know what my mindset was. That's why I'm speaking on it now. You know what I mean? And so it really just pissed me off. Somebody asked me to start dropping my cash app, and so that's what I'm trying to do, y'all. So when y'all see it in the chat, it was requested. And feel free if you want to. But here it go. And so anyway, yeah, that was my mindset. You know, just really pissed me off. How do you pin something? Hold on a minute. What is this right here? I don't even know what I don't know how to pin something. Anyway, I think you got to do it on the other thing. But anyway, that's what my mindset was. Everybody know I don't play like that, right? So, but I choose to protect my peace, and I think it's very, 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 very disgusting the way these demons wrapped in snakes' clothing move around these interlopers. It tells me a lot about how you move in your real life, right? And so I don't respect that at all. Period. I don't care who you are. Online, offline, underline, overline. I don't respect it. And it really pisses me off. But like I said, everybody got a right to do what they want to do, just like I got a right to do and say what I want to do and say. No, what happened? Well, see, like I said, there's so many videos you missed a day. Like I seen a video where they said what is his name was James Caldwell was getting sued by Skillet. Who told Skillet to do that in the first place? That's ridiculous. They play in Mexico too much for me. Yeah, he should never be allowed on anyone black. Yeah, and then even the thumbnails of his, and I don't see how YouTube allows that. That's why I was like, is he a paid op or something like that? Is he paid to be so antagonistic and derogatory and clearly racist, or is he just batshit crazy and ignorant as hell? And people still love him, but that's on them, child. Who? Okay. They blame this. Yeah, it just makes me say, "Hey, that is why I don't watch Dovey because she is too old to act that dumb." Well, Dovey ain't the only one. You know what I mean? Like take that what is her name? That I just said her name. That Charlie person. You know that Anglo over there. Um, you know, VS was up there cheering for her, and she said on her wall that she messes with her the long way and all that. I'm like, bitch, so and first I thought she was gonna get up there and try to protect her or something. All she told her was, she get up there and fight back or stay strong or whatever. I don't give a fuck. It ain't no interloper in this sector that can stand strong with me when they piss me off. That's why I try not to deal with it. That's part of me protecting my peace. Cause I side eye anybody that do that. What happened? Well, I see though. No, I didn't see it. Cause I can play the game and it's a good kiki, but don't play with me when it comes to that subject. Don't do that. I don't like it. Like I don't like it for real. You know, just a whole bunch of weirdos. Have no self-respect. And it pisses me off. That's why I choose to keep my peace. You know. And then you got a whole lot of interlopers that's on the troll pages. And they never hit the link and you can't really tell, but they already know that I don't. Nope. I don't play. I don't have no control. I don't have a looking glass to see who's behind a troll page or whatever. But if I find out, I'm gonna say something. We all know that. I saw some of it. VS and ZX had a big argument. Yes, I did see a little bit of that. He was very Everybody know that the Death Star is very disrespectful. Okay, everybody know that the Death Star. You know, that's another thing. That I don't fool with disrespectful black men either. A lot of y'all know that. That's why I used to for so long go back and forth with the minister over there. I don't even do that anymore because I'm about protecting my peace and just doing my commentary. You see what I'm saying? But as far as beefing with these ignorant fools, I can't deal with it. We just stop it either. It was really weird. Yeah, I seen some of that. Now I did see some of that when I was in the midst of. Yeah, no, she did stop it. I saw. I thought that was very. I was like, wow. Why is he so loud in the secondary brain slump? I mean, you can make videos. If people choose to entertain him, the Death Star, along with those interlopers, everybody got a right to, support and watch who they want to watch and support. You know what I mean? And if they allow it, I mean, he got a right to do it, even if nobody don't watch. But if you choose to have him on your panel or support him, that I mean, that's pretty much they right, and that's on them. I choose not to do so because I don't do the disrespect. It's not cute to me. Bree said she was going to get juice and uh, VS. This girl stopped mine. I think I heard that part too. I seen some. I mean, he start talking so crazy. I was like, I can't. I can't. I can't. It ain't cute. Just like dealing with them interlopers ain't cute. Dealing with that fool right there, it ain't cute. You know. And so yeah, but I seen that part and I was like, wow, she really let that go on like it? Okay. Okay. Cause when you hear a male so derogatory online, can you imagine how he is in real life? Can you imagine how he is in real life? You know, it's just too much. That's why I don't choose not to deal with certain things. There's certain channels I don't even watch anymore, and the list is getting smaller and smaller by the minute because I'm trying to protect my peace. Okay, but when I hear something like that going on, yeah, I know it's gonna tick me off, and I took that madness for as long as I could take it. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, we're just playing the game, just like when they all went off. When they all went off on her on BS panel, it was a little get back chat. Oh, you think that was she allowed that because it was get back, Trey? Hey, just comfort zone. Cause I don't even know when they all for when they are being for real or being for play. You know what I mean? But we asked for entertainment. Everybody just wanting the chick to come back, and now she here and she running the entertainment. You know, but there's certain lines you don't cross. You see what I'm saying? So that's my thing. But I love the entertainment. It's just certain lines I don't cross. I'm on Miss Olivia and Chad. I was so upset when he went on DKL panel disrespect. Oh, did he really? Oh wow. I didn't even know that. Now see, I missed that too. So we talking about the ball mouth POS. Yeah, and the interlopers. The women in the sector still go over there. Well, see, you know what I mean? For me, that says you don't respect yourself when they still, deal with somebody so disrespectful. Child, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. The hot seat for days. So a little bit. I agree with that, Trey. They got mad at me because I don't play with it. Oh yeah, I done been blocked at Christopher W. That's disgusting too. I don't fool with none of them. It's just ignorant. Why are you over here? And why do you have so much? Absolutely. Well, they are allowed to have a lot to say. You know what I mean? It's just like that Charlie person kept saying she didn't understand. Bitch, I absolutely understood. What you mean I didn't understand? I just didn't accept what you were saying, you dummy. Who are you? I was like, that's incredible. You a piece of trash. uneducated trash more than likely, and you got the nerve to tell me I don't understand. Girl, get yourself a whole life, okay? Child, there are some lines you don't cross for clear. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I don't do bowel math and I don't do the interlopers because I call bowel math the Death Star. Nobody even bothered to ask me who was the Death Star. When I mentioned it the first time and the second time and whenever other time, they just assumed that I was talking about all of them. Like I actually watch all of them. I don't know y'all like that, and I don't give a damn. But that thing right there is the Death Star, okay? And ever since it's been over here, it's just been just ugh, you know. So yeah, she deserved what her. Yes, I heard that. I heard that, and I don't even know how that was allowed. That is absolutely crossing the line. For you to speak that way, in general, that is crossing the line. That means you have absolutely no moral compass to say something like that because you probably triggering. Say it happened to somebody online. We don't know people's personal lives. Now, VS said that happened to her, but how many people were listening that you triggered? People don't watch the derogatory stuff that come out of their mouth. It's a lot of lines that be crossed. That right there, that statement right there was too much when it comes to anybody. I was like, oh my God. And a lot of those women over there are still following that piece of trash. She a piece of trash too. Okay. And like they say, our skin folk ain't kinfolk. Okay? Period. Hey snatch girl. And that's just how I see it. Our skin folk ain't kinfolk. So if you want to do this kumbaya, all lives matter, bull crap, you know what I mean? In the midst of somebody, you know, that's just ugh, 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 ugh. You know, it's just very unfortunate to me. So yeah, he's talking about them. Yeah, and they still let him in their chat. Yes, they do, and I don't understand how. The thing got mad at me. The Death Star GX got mad at me because I don't allow him on my channel. And I done blocked out many pages coming from him because I know exactly what he is about. He is about nothing at all. Nothing, 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 no thing at all. And like I said, if he's that derogatory online, can you imagine how derogatory he is offline in real life? I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Some stuff just ain't cute. Dealing with the Death Star ain't cute. GX, because I'll get in a huff over there when I start seeing the Death Star, even though they don't know what the hell they talking about or who the hell I'm talking about. Because before they start going in, assuming they should have asked me what the Death Star was about. But people got a right to choose to respond how they respond at the end of the day. I don't have to explain nothing, especially when I done explained it before. That if they choose to fool with that thing, just like if they choose to fool with those clearly racist interlopers, that's on them. I really don't care, but I'm gonna comment on it if I want to. Just like I comment on these demons wrapped in snakes' clothing. It's just absolutely disgusting. And I don't care what nobody say or think about it. That is the part that pisses me off. The women I saw that Weirdo Alley defended him on somebody's page yesterday. Because they have low to no self-esteem. They have been mistreated all of their lives, and they think that this is normal. And not coupled with the fact that we got a lot of, mental illness running around here. You see what I'm saying? And so, but their level of crazy ain't my level of crazy. Okay. And so, yeah, some people will never do or say half of the stuff on here in real life. Absolutely. And for some people, this is their glory days. Like they have no, they probably, they're, a lot of them, some of them are suffering from antisocial personality disorder. And for some people, this is their source of fame or whatever, if you will. You know what I mean? It's just weird. You know. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, I see, absolutely a lot of drunks. But what about the sheep that ain't drunk? But like you said, offline, they're nothings in the real world. or just they only socialize online. So this is why you get a lot of this type of dysfunction and people going along to get along. You know, their source of therapy. You think this their type of therapy? This is therapy for them, Snazzy Girl? Well, clearly, when it comes to some people, it ain't working. Okay. And didn't y'all see that? Can't y'all see that setup? Take for instance, when it comes to that whole what is her name, Skillet and James Caldwell situation. Can't y'all see that whole setup right there? I was like, child, Skillet and James Caldwell been into it for years now. All of a sudden, she want to file court papers on him. That was so ridiculous. I'm like, girl, all I can say is he can go to Mother's court date. Oh, is he said he was going to the court date? Yeah, he's going to beat him up. He said he's gonna beat him up over maybe gay, but oh my god, a child, that food, that that is a weak meal, and he ain't going nowhere to beat nobody up. Give me a freaking break, child. Mm-mm. Yeah, she corny as hell. I don't like that Android lady. That's all they have. No, yeah, no real life, no real friends. That's right, Snazzy Girl. It ain't working. It ain't working for me, child. I'm not impressed. This is disgusting. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's why I told you I'm a nomad. I go place to place. I do and say what the hell I want to do and say, and it just is what it is. And I ain't got and I ain't got to cater to nobody. But can y'all tell me what caused Miss Dovey and VS to fall out in the first place? I mean, I knew it was just we all saw it was a setup, but what was her excuse for dropping Miss Dovey? Can somebody tell me that? Because that's a question. Y'all know I'll be having questions, right? What was her excuse for firing Miss Dovey? Can somebody please answer that question for me? I'm gonna drop this link because I don't have time to go back and research all these videos because I can't bear listening to all of it. And I seen where that chick think her commentary is so special now that after she do a live, she put it on members only, and y'all got to pay for her commentary. Girl, stop. Have a several seats. So maybe that's why I'm lost in translation. Just silly. Silly, silly, silly. Silly. Yeah, I can't hardly play the game this morning. I don't have a filter on this morning, and it just is what it is, okay? For real. I didn't watch it, but I heard it was about loyalty. Dovey had towards Five Babe or something. Uh, Dovey wasn't loyal because she kept declaring her loyalty for. Oh, okay. Well, now y'all know when that happens. Uh, that VS was gonna drop her. I mean, she was playing her anyway, but if she did that, then oh, absolutely, that's why she got dropped. But I'm really disappointed in Miss Dovey. So, child, it is what it is anyway. So yeah, she too old to act like it when it comes to certain subjects like racism and race and and very overtly racist people. So it just is whatever, whatever. What she think was gonna happen? Mm-mm. But do your research. But maybe Miss Dovey says she a free spirit and she go what she want to go and do what she want to do, which is absolutely what she's supposed to do. But on the flip side, if you calling yourself friends with VS and you pledging your loyalty or your fealty or whatever to Fabe, because I thought she would be just like middle of the road. She ain't choosing, you know what I mean? She don't have nothing to do with nothing, but you gotta choose when it comes to those two, because that's just that's a lot of history. I was lost, but I think she said Dovey be going to too many people, and I am not impressed by VS at all. She hasn't said nothing meaningful. She said Dovey should only be loyal to her. Well, that's that cult mentality that folks was talking about. And you ain't got to be loyal to nobody on the internet. Hey, Miss Philadelphia, that you don't know. But a lot of people, do that sort of thing. Not only with the VS, we see that, throughout YouTube. So that is not even nothing, um, you know, stand outish to me at this point. A lot of people do that, not just her. So yeah. But we nomads don't do that. So yeah, I'm not paying to watch no one's me either. Just come for chat, please. YouTube is free. The only I'm paying for on YouTube is my premium and a few super chats. I heard that, Jill Comfort. So yeah, no, I'm not paying to watch nobody's video if it ain't just like people be paying to go to people's Zooms or what is that? Is that Zoom? Where people be you have to or no Patreon or I don't a child. Ain't nobody got time for all that. If I can't watch it free, then I can't watch it. That's just, oh well. Yeah, everyone, no disrespect today. I just don't have the energy to speak to everyone. Oh, child. But yeah, y'all, I really just want to come on and talk to y'all about that because that really, I was like, you know what, I need to protect my peace, and I'm glad my phone was dying because I don't have that to do. Okay, I don't have it to do. I'm not gonna deal with those folks. Exactly. And shit still get out. Right, Sheba, still get out. So I wait till you get out. Who gives a damn? You think you so special that somebody you already paying for like they said YouTube premium or you already paying for your Wi-Fi and now if you do a live and then you put it on membership, they supposed to pay for it if they miss it. Girl, have a seat. I understand that you thank you to entertainment and thank you for it because you're real good at this manipulation shit and driving the sector and giving everybody comment and a good kiki, but you ain't that special. Okay? Give me a freaking break. I don't care if everybody's saying your name or not, because you have been on you still hating on Nyla and them. Now I try not to. I try to stay away from that sector nowadays. I try to stay away because you know the hate is so strong that it'll turn my soul black. You know, if I hate any longer. So I try to stay away. I do. Mm, I have to give it to her. She doing a show no how. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. She got this YouTube thing down. And if you are a person where you are, a sheep or whatever, absolutely you're gonna go for it. You're gonna be loyal and, pay for content and everything. But if I can't get it, I turn on my Wi-Fi, I pay for that. Okay. I ain't paying to watch no OS and these subscribers are absolutely foolish. I heard many bought her membership. LML child, I find her interesting, but my bank account don't absolutely LML. Okay. Keep in mind you didn't know? Well, I said child, child, who cares? Everybody got a right to do what they want to do at the end of the day, right? You know they don't like my commentary, so they'll twist it around and I still don't give a damn because I said what the fuck I said. And I ain't changing it. Okay? It just is what it is at this point. Like I said, I don't have my filter on today and I can't play the game. But I wanted to come in and check on my Nomads, holler at y'all, tell y'all what was going on the other day. You know, it's just weird. Let me block this troll. I meant to block it the first time. Let me block it now. Okay. So anyway, they know not to come in here and play with me like that. That ain't even cute. But ooh, child. I was wondering what the excuse was for dropping whatever. Who cares? You know. So yeah. It's just very interesting. As the world turns, it's quicker than a soap opera around. Like I said, you miss a day, you miss a lot. Okay? And I sure can't backtrack and try to track down all the videos. I just rather come on the panel and ask the question. Thank you, Miss Philadelphia. Mr. Philadelphia, like us nomads over here, y'all. Thank you, Miss Philadelphia. Well, I'm losing interest, I'm not gonna lie. Sharona B says, I just don't see the it factor concerning her. She seems like a woman who is absolutely cat piss crazy, mentally disturbed and looking to control the mind of weak. Absolutely. And you know what else is so gross about that situation? Why I hate, and some people do it. Like Jay Wilson. Why are you involving God in this nonsense? Like, ugh. You taking your demon face, you taking the snake off when you do that, and let me see your real demon. People shouldn't do that. It's just, hey, Ronnie Q. So it's just weird. It's just weird to me. Uh-huh. Something bad is about to happen on here. You feel it? Child, the only thing left is to unalive somebody because they do the jail thing and I'ma sue you cause my skin is so thin and you talking about me and all of this. And they done did everything else. That's the only thing left. That is the only thing left. Uh-huh. It's just weird. And I don't see how that's right. God is not the author of confusion. You're absolutely right. He is not the author of confusion at all. No, I didn't see that, Sheba. I very rarely go over there. You know, very rarely do I go over there. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. And so, yeah, yeah. Let me block this person too. The trolls are in here strong today. I am impressed, honey. Uh-huh. I guess they don't like when I start telling the truth. They don't like when I start telling the truth about those interlopers. And like I said, y'all got to watch out for them because I think some of them are paid ops. Some of them, especially that white trash that comes from down south, they think they are smarter than the average bro when actually they are not. I am not impressed by any of that, and I don't play with it, okay? Because I see it on a day-to-day basis, all right? So when I see your ignorant black self entertaining that type of nonsense, especially those type of people, I feel disgusted. Okay, and it just really pisses me off, and I choose to protect my peace. Not that you got a right to, if you want to coon it up with some of these folks, you got absolute right to do better. I have a right to be disgusted by it, but I choose to protect my peace. So I'm not going to spend day after day speaking about these interlopers or these coons that kiss the arses of the interlopers, or I'm not doing any of that. Nope, been there, done that. Been there, done it, over it. Uh-huh. And so, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. And I really want to come on here. Oh, before I leave, did anybody? I was watching the news this morning, the little ticker thing, and they said that the family of Malcolm X is suing the FBI because they believe that the FBI has something to do with the assassination of Malcolm X. Now we all have theorized this for decades, but they're actually suing the FBI, and I'm like, wow, finally. I went and read about it because everyone was saying how deplorable it was. She literally drinking straight out. Wow, out the bottle, slap junk. Child, mental illness is real, Sheba. Mental illness is real. It's a lot of behavior going on here that I'd want a child to. I know that's right. These are whole adults standing in line for this pathetic mess. I agree. That's why the internet is so scary, especially when it comes to the mind of young children. But grown folks, child, you got a right to do what you want to do. So if you want to be a sheep and look like a fool, you got a right to be a sheep and look like a fool, child. Okay? You know, you got a right to look like a sheep and be a fool. Me, I choose not to do that. That is why I'm a nomad, okay? I wish I would follow behind another grown person online or offline. Okay? Uh-huh. Like I said, that's why I don't talk about some people because it is crossing the boundary of my inner peace. Okay? And I don't play like it at all. And I darn sure ain't playing with no kowtowing to no freaking interlopers. That's what I'm not gonna do. But anyway, as far as Malcolm X go, I don't know what the outcome will be with that. Cause see, that's a real case. That's something I really want to follow and I really want to talk about. Not somebody from YouTube being talked into taking somebody to court, because that's what I believe. That is a situation. For me, that is so ignorant, and I'm like, well, they better stop playing with the law. That's what they better stop doing. You know, because the laws are catching up with these internet, and you can be charged with abuse of authority or something like that when you play with the law. When you make all these file all these reports on people just for words, and taking people to court for words and all of this and all of that. um the laws are catching up with that sort of thing. Harassing people, like seriously harassing people, even it's just like a lot. So, hey, food junkie, how you doing? Thank you, food junkie. Thank you. It's just ridiculous and ignorant. I'm a whole grown woman, and I ain't. People love to get on here. Well, I'm grown and I'm this. And I will prove it, bitch. Stop being ignorant, okay? How about that law they're trying to pass in Tennessee, allowing police to carry guns while under the influence of drugs and alcohol? I haven't heard anything. Are you sure? I hadn't heard anything about that, Ronnie Q. Allowing police to carry guns while under the influence of drugs and or alcohol. That law will not be passed in the state of Tennessee, and I don't know who introduced it, but I hadn't even heard of anything like that. But anything is possible. They pass a lot of ignorant laws. Oh, really? I have to try to Google it then. Yeah, because I didn't hear anything about it. I watch the news every day. Maybe I'm watching the wrong news channel here in Tennessee or something. I don't know. But I should Google it. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is absolutely crazy. Why would they even do something like that? Why would they even introduce something like that? You know, child. And then if they are trying to pass that kind of law, it's because they're trying to get some kind of amnesty or anonymity, or some kind of pass to officers, especially when they kill black people. So that's and of course they're the patty rollers anyway. So maybe they just rolling back the hands of time. Huh. I know, because I'm in one of the most racist states in the United States of America. So yeah. Olivia, who do you think put Skillet up to taking? I don't know, Food Junkie, but I have my theories, but I can't say exactly. But Food Junkie, we're seeing the same thing, Food Junkie, and we're not stupid. So let it play out. But the play is so obvious. It wasn't even that cute, but I'm like, girl, do better. Okay. They slick past laws while they have us distracted with. Well, especially when it comes to the state of Tennessee, I could see that type of law being passed, because black folks are absolutely in the minority when it comes to, um, you know, uh, when it comes to Tennessee politics. Yep, they say I was disrespectful. It's a child for standing up and Let me go back up. I want to read this. Where was Strong said, I know it's right. When I was younger, I was glad to get from under my parents, and now, I'm gonna let a woman, right, run you or something I never seen control me. I just can't comprehend. I can't comprehend that mess either. You look ignorant and stupid and dumb, you know. So yeah, but everybody got right to do what they want to do, child. I can't believe that at all. They'd have to be nuts to pass something like. Yes, they would. I hadn't even heard of it. I can't even believe they would even think of something. I can't believe they would think of. There's a drug epidemic in the state of Tennessee. So why in the hell would you do something like that? And every time an officer has been caught drunk driving, or there have been officers and judges that have been prosecuted for drunk driving. So why the hell would you pass something like that? So there's no way wrong. People gonna tell me what to do. Let me see who this is right here. This is Ron Q. Hold on a minute. I don't know if she's because she wrote. I don't know if she want to come up, or she wrote something in the back chat, and I'm gonna have to see though. But let me hit the thing just in case she wanted to come up. But Ronnie Q,
Hey, Olivia. I was just
hey,
going
how
to
you
tell you
doing?
that I dropped the link to that story in the back if
Oh,
you wanted to play it or
thank you.
just listen to it yourself. It's quite stunning. There are actually two lawmakers who are presenting this bill, and they say they usually do that so you can't protest the bill at the same time because one is being presented at one place and one is being presented at another place. So it's quite interesting how they're trying to get this introduced into law as well. So I was like,
I don't
this
think
is
it
the
was
most
introduced.
baffling thing I ever heard in my life.
They can propose it, but I don't think that they will make it a law because it'll make them look bad. And but just the fact of even mentioning something like that is enough for the public, and it's also enough for the patty rollers to feel emboldened to do that, to even bring it up, to even suggest it. And I think that's what the end game is. I wish I could click the
Hmm.
link, but I'm definitely going to Google it. But all you have to do is bring up the notion. And I don't think they'll pass it though because it'll make them look bad to the entire country. But just to bring up that it's kind of like a what do you it kind of like cat calling the patty rollers. You see what I'm saying? Especially after what happened in Memphis with those chocolate covered um
Hmm.
Anglos that did what they did to Tyree Nichols. And so that's why they felt emboldened to start having that conversation, and that's why you see how fast they prosecuted them and all this. So you got on one hand,
Hmm.
it seems like you are trying to combat police brutality, and on the other hand, you are catcalling the patty rollers to do more of what was done to Tyree Nichols. And so you feel like if you to the country, you are making a stance when it comes to the killing of unarmed black men or black people, especially in this state. That's kind of like a cover for them to go behind the scenes and do some F-ish, and entice and encourage the patty rollers to do more of what was done to
Hmm.
Tyre. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And
Now
so
this
if they
oh,
pass it,
go ahead.
they don't have to pass it.
Okay, this bill would also allow people to carry firearms on higher education campuses and in park, plus prohibits the carrying of weapons in K through 12 schools except by certain persons, including any person permitted to carry a firearm under the federal law. This bill was
Let me tell you
referred
something.
to the Senate.
Mm.
Huh?
Go ahead.
This bill was referred to the Senate Judiciary Committee on February 6th. Now, one of the guys who is proposing this law, his name is Warren. Is it Warren? Okay, his name is Warner. Okay, and on January 1st of 2001, Warner was one of several current and former Tennessee legislators whose home and offices were raided by the FBI in relation to an investigation into laundering of campaign finances. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
who's
yeah. I am
presenting this
familiar
law.
with that. I am familiar
Huh?
with that. They do a lot of shady stuff in the state of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you really got to watch the way you move around because they are heavy. This is heavy Trump land down here, heavy
Mm-hmm.
Trump country. Um, and they pretty much run the state that they wanna, the way that they wanna run it. Laws be
And so
damned to the federal government. That's
so
that's
he
how.
was So he was raided in January in 2021. Here it is February of 2023. And you mean to tell me they haven't found anything? This investigation is still ongoing after all this time to the detriment of anybody's safety because he's sitting out here putting forth these types of laws to be passed in the state of Tennessee where anybody who can get a license to
Can
carry a
I just
gun
say
can
about the
take them in.
gun thing? You don't even have to have a license to carry a gun in the state of Tennessee anymore. And people are already carrying guns in schools, even in K through 12, and would you say college campuses? You
But
know,
the yeah,
they carry
I
guns in doctors' offices. I've
right.
seen people. You can open carry, and you can conceal carry. You don't need a license in the state of Tennessee anymore. I am a
But
gun owner. Do you start
but
saying I want my? Can they introduce a bill to give me my money back for the licenses that
but
I got? I have an open
but
carry and concealed carry. But just let me
but
finish. They already carry anywhere they want to carry in the state of Tennessee.
mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah. But usually schools are gun-free zones. That's a federal
yeah,
thing.
but
So that's why th-
technically, but they carry them anyway.
but
The
that's why
adult,
they're saying
and as
yeah,
well as the SRO officers in some schools, they have. firearms, on the side of them, and they're not supposed to.
But that's why they're saying that's why they're trying to pass this law because
They
schools.
already doing it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is I understand what
I
you reading me, but I'm
yeah,
telling you they already doing it. They
I
don't even
under,
have to pass it.
okay.
They
All
already
right.
doing it.
All right. So they're just really trying to seal it up. I understand what you're saying as well. And
They're trying to make it so they
mhm,
can't be sued. They're trying to protect themselves
exactly.
from the nonsense that they're already
Exactly.
doing.
I believe it. Don't get me wrong. I definitely believe it. But
So whether they pass it or not, it's just they're already doing it. And this is just like a shield. Do you see what I'm saying? This is
exactly.
just a
That's my
shield.
point.
It's a step to
And
entice, especially these patty rollers, to do more of what they're doing to Tyree Nichols. That's why they
mhm,
glad it happened to that boy. They are glad that the chocolate covered interlopers did that to him. So they can use
mhm.
that as a shield to entice more of the patty rollers to do more of what the chocolate covered interlopers did in front of the world. You see what
And
I'm saying? This is
one thing for sure, this is the only time you've seen cops getting fi- fired and charges brought against them,
right.
and
If they were
they
all
are not
Anglos,
making.
if they were all Anglos, those officers would still be on leave with pay.
And you wouldn't, and they would still be trying to withhold their identities from the public as
Exactly.
well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They would still
Hmm.
be on leave with pay. The identities would not be known. But now I can't even say that they would try to conceal their identities because if they were all Anglos, they would be getting a pat on the back right now. So they don't have no need to
And
conceal their identities because nothing's going to happen to them, especially if they're Anglo in the state of Tennessee. They don't even have to conceal them.
and
They want to
also,
plaster. They want to if they were Anglos, they would plaster their faces throughout the whole state, so that these Anglos could high five them. Okay.
yeah, and they'd have a GoFundMe that would be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars for their legal fees, and they'd also
Yeah.
had a representative from their powerful police union came come out and back them and say why it was a good use of force.
I
None
remember
of
some
this.
years
Hmm.
ago. I don't know if you remember this. A couple of officers were trying to stop a truck. They were black, and they was trying to stop a truck for whatever reason. This white man was in the truck. I think it was in Louisiana, and they shot at the
Baton
truck
Rouge.
and killed
Hmm.
his son. Do you remember that?
The 6 year old in Baton Rouge. Yeah.
Yeah, and they killed the little boy, and those officers were sent to prison behind
Yes.
that. Now, had it been
Swiftly.
Anglo officers and the people in the little boy was black in the truck, they would
Hmm.
have never went to prison.
Never. Ever.
That's why it pisses me off when people try to nigga explain away to me anything or call me say I'm doing reverse racism or have anything to say about the way that I feel about the interloper on here. You don't live where I live, number one. Okay, and if you are down south and if you are black and you are trying to make it comfortable for any angle on, I don't respect that. That's what ticked me off Saturday. You see what I'm
It's
saying? Because with
yeah.
Dovey down south, VS is down south, and they know full well what the hell these crackers is like down here. Okay? That's why
It's
I don't play with them. Because I got to live
mhm,
every day I ride down the street. I see a tread on me, a tread on me
mhm,
license plate, which is KKK.
mhm.
I see a rebel flag flying on the back of the trucks. I see that every day. You see what I'm saying? And I choose not, and you got to work with them, but you ain't got to live around them, and you ain't got to befriend them, and you ain't got to fool with them. You see what I'm saying? So you can't
Yes.
tell me nothing about how I feel about the interloper or anything that they do or say on here. Because I live with it every day. I've lived here all my life.
Right. I understand. And it's like I'm looking around right now and I am like, what has happened to people uh trying to be independent of thought, have common sense, not. I mean, some of this stuff is just blatant lies that you can pick out yourself. But these people, you
Yeah.
have people who want to be led and want to be followers so badly that they
Mhm.
are just Xing out any common sense. And I am just like, what happened to our people? What happened
Especially
to
black
people?
people.
What
But
happened
you
to
really
us?
have to embrace the fact that like I said earlier, our skin folk ain't kin folks. You really have to embrace that in times like this. I
It's like
stand
a
my
rush to
ground.
the
I
bottom.
stand my ground when it comes to the interlopers around here because I refuse to deal with it.
Yeah, that's
And
all I
that's where I'm
wanted.
standing my ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
don't care.
agree.
I don't care who say that they bestie or well they did this and that for me. I don't give a damn, bitch. I don't care if you dying of cancer. I don't care what's going on with you. I don't care if that's your bestie. Your ride or die. I don't give a damn if they are going against the best, black people in order to call quote unquote help you out. They turning on your people and you patting on the back. You welcoming that. You are weak to me and I don't respect it.
Right, I agree.
Period. And I don't care who doing it. And I don't care who don't like it. Because everybody know that's been watching me for years and I don't play that mess around here.
Yeah,
Online or offline. It ain't cute.
I
Hey,
agree.
it
It's
ain't
really
cute.
pathetic.
I don't think it's nothing. I don't look at that as content. I look at it as disrespect. Do you see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's how I look at it for real. I don't play when it comes to those issues, and everybody know it. It ain't even nothing new. And these motherfucking, I just they try to nigga explain away the fact that they cooning it up on purpose, especially if you are black and you are from the South,
If
because
you're
they don't
black
have
and
to
you're from
teach
the
you race.
United
They
States,
don't have to teach you anything about racism in school, because you live it day to day. You raised up with it. You don't need it taught to you in school, because you
well,
live up on it.
yeah,
The
I think
hell?
you do need it. I think you do need it taught in school. That I think because they have
No,
whitewashed it down
no,
and
it don't.
minimalized it so
Well,
much.
that's the reason why they didn't want. What is that course that they were so against?
Critical race theory, but that's a
Critical race theory. I
advanced
just think when it
college
comes to
course.
let me explain this right now. I was talking too fast. I absolutely agree that it should be taught in school. And what I'm saying is when you live in the state of Tennessee, you don't need a course on critical race theory. You don't need a course on black history. You don't need a course on systemic racism. Because to be racist in the state of Tennessee is its own entity. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know about other states because I have never lived in them, but it should absolutely be taught in school. But when I'm talking about in the state of Tennessee, you don't have to teach it because you live under it.
Well, see, that's a misnomer about the critical race theory that they were putting forth anyway. You had all these parents going to school board meetings and things like
Right,
that, talking about they
right,
didn't want critical race theory taught to their
right,
kids and this, that, and the other. And look at what
right.
DeSantis is doing. You can't, they're basically burning books. Teachers are subject to get
They're
put
doing
in.
that as we're speaking. In Tennessee right now, and they're banning books.
Hmm.
Uh, they're doing everything that the federal government deems unacceptable and or illegal. Do you see what I'm saying? But they're doing it
But let
anyway.
But let me finish about the critical race theory. Critical race theory is not even taught in K through 12 education. Critical race theory is a
It's a
graduate
college course.
study. So they were coming at parents, coming at school board members with the terminology of critical race theory to
Right,
get these book bans passed and all this type of
right.
stuff. But if you read these actual bills that were put forth for people to vote on under the critical race theory terminology, the terms critical race theories are not even in these bills because they do know that critical race theory is not being taught in K through 12 education.
No, it's not. It's mainly a college course.
It is.
If they even offer that course,
Yes,
that's where the origin stems from.
correct.
They try, but the reason why they want to speak about critical race theory in K through 12, probably it's not even about racism. It's about the laws, and how the laws pretty
It's
much allow and enforce these patty rollers to gun down and kill black people, armed or unarmed. Do you see what I'm saying?
right.
That's really what it's about at the end of the day. And of course, you're not going to have any course in any state speaking against patty rollers because we know that the patty rollers are to protect Anglos is to protect the quote unquote dominant society. So why
Mhm.
would you want to even have that type of course taught? Because it is anti petty roller at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. It talks about the structural things of racism, not
Right.
individual racism itself.
Right.
And also,
It's
it's
about the
also
system.
yeah, it's also important to know. I was talking about this on one of my lives that way back in World War I, my grandfather fought in World War I. He died like he was over 100, I think like 103 or 4 when he passed away, and he was actually in World War I. Saw W.E. Du Bois come over to France and speak to the soldiers and everything, and he used to always talk about that when I was like in elementary school and stuff, and he'd be always talking about that. But the thing about it is, what the United States did in France was they sent out secret letters to the French army and told them, now see, this is how systematic it goes. You got black people over there that you're sending to fight your wars, but then they sent these private letters, secret letters saying, uh, do not treat the Negro like your equal. We don't want the equal. We've been told that you guys are too friendly with the Negro. You cannot have camaraderie with the Negro. You cannot congratulate him on his work because we do not want them to come back to America with higher aspirations.
Well, and what about World War II when the choreo was issued?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Hey,
about in World
Corio.
War II?
Hi,
What about
Ronnie
in World
Q.
War II? What about in World War II? When Hitler sent people over here to study the Jim Crow era laws and how they were treating black people, and also it was so bad that they wanted they was put these flyers on planes and would drop them down when there are large numbers of black
Propaganda.
soldiers. You know,
Hmm.
telling and asking them to join them because you're treated so bad in the states.
Hmm.
That's how bad black people were being treated, overtly bad black people or were being treated back then. To have a Nazi come over here and study how they treat black people in the United States of America so that they could mimic that, so that Hitler could mimic that on the Jews is beyond me. That is crazy. And then turn around and drop these flyers, telling the black people, hey, join us, because they think you're less than, in the states anyway. So come to our side. You ain't got to live like that over here, but they don't care about you over there anyway. So you might as well fight for us as
But
opposed to them. Basically,
and
is what the flyers are saying. I'm putting it in my own words, of course.
the simple fact that
Hey, Coolio.
they wanted to take any future any humanity out of the black man. It was like
Right,
no, they were just so upset that they were being treated like human beings that they put out a letter and said you can't sit with the black man, you can't shake the
right,
black man's hand, you
right,
can't all these just regular human things. You
right.
cannot commend the black man over his a white soldier. Just they, and so and
That
people
that
don't
that
think
that
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 this
goes to the system
systematic.
of white
Hmm.
supremacy racism that
Yeah,
we are still under right to this day. That's
and
why it
that's
really pisses me off. I don't even oh girl, it's
yeah.
a lot.
And
It's a
that's
lot.
why these black officers were able to feel comfortable in doing what they did because
Right,
even though they're black officers, they don't see
right.
themselves as them likely to
No,
have
they
been in the
don't. They see
same
themselves
place,
as
but
blue.
it's the it's the set up system of policing in the
Right,
United States that
right,
allows for this. So,
right.
it's that's how the policing is done in the United States. So,
Exactly.
yeah. So, but
Petty
but
overload.
these black people, these black cops were so caught up, thought they were untouchable, could do
Right,
whatever, that they
right.
found out no, you still a Negro,
You
and
still
you're
a
gonna be
nigga at the end
treated
of the day.
as such.
Okay.
Okay,
Corio, I'm sorry. Did
Corio.
you want to say something?
Yes, real quick. I don't feel good today, but I don't know
Sorry.
if I had a problem. Thanks, Ronnie Q. Getting up here, so I don't know if you covered it already, but I was just going back to the critical race theory. I
Mhm.
think that what's happening is the younger white kids are becoming quote unquote more liberal, and
Never think of that. I
they
agree.
see their numbers dwindling, as far as being the majority in America. And
Mhm.
so, with this they don't want the history of slavery, Jim Crow, and everything being taught, because I think that DeSantis and people like him feel that it softens their children and makes them more um, sympathetic to, the minorities in America. And so
Right.
they feel like if they get rid of that being taught,
Right.
then they
Right. And
can
that's why I
keep.
don't agree. Let me interject. That is why they have pretty much whitewashed slavery because they
Right,
liken slavery to indentured servitude, and we know that slavery is you can't liken of slavery, chattel slavery, to indentured servitude. You know the
That's
two
no,
right.
just simply do not compare. But when it comes to that's what they're trying to whitewash it and turn it into, right? And so
right,
for that, and also I agree with you. They do it when it comes to if you would notice when Obama after Obama was elected, these Anglos lost their minds, right?
mm-hmm,
Because they
mm-hmm,
simply could not believe that the dominant, quote unquote, dominant society over here in the United States of America would actually elect a brown covered person, right? A brown colored person, right? Even though we know that Barack Obama is not ADOS. He is not descended from slavery. His mama is Anglo, and his daddy is from Kenya. So he is not
mm-hmm,
an ADOS American. That is the reason
mm-hmm,
why he's allowed to be elected in the first place. Just like Kamala Harris, she is not ADOS American either, right? We
Mm-hmm.
have not seen a ADOS president yet, a quote unquote black president. But those are tricks because they know a lot of people, especially black people, are ignorant, to their own history. So but they used that and wound them up. And then
Mm-hmm.
Trump came behind Obama and really stirred the pot, right? And so they're trying to get their children back in order. I do agree with that, Coriel. That's why if you notice on the internet, you have so much overt racism on the internet. It's
Mm-hmm.
because children like to go with the most popular thing, right? So they have to
Mm-hmm.
teach their children that hold, wait a minute, you can't go against your own, because at the end of the day, they're going to protect their own. But if all of these Anglos start becoming liberal and start, being educated and start having some type of sympathy, um, towards the plight of black people in America, we can't have that. Our power will be slipping. Not only are we losing numbers, as far as the birth rate goes, we are also losing some of our people. So we've got to do something about this. We got to put a
It
stop to this.
emboldened them.
Absolutely. You know.
right. And that's why I feel. And then I'm going to get down, Ronnie Q. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I interrupted you.
No, that's all I said. It emboldened them. Go ahead.
Okay. What I was going to say is
Let
that
me
I
let me hold on.
forget.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me answer this. Jolly Al, you're right about that. But it was the fact that the Nazis, well, of course we know they were playing mind games, but you can watch actual videos when they're talking about how the Nazis try to entice black people. We know that Hitler actually thought as black people, he thought that we were monkeys, right? And it pissed off. What was that Olympian, the black Olympian that went over there and
Was it Jim
whooped all the
Thorpe?
bullets?
Was it
Huh?
Jim Thorpe? Was it Jim Thorpe?
No, during World War
Uh,
II. What was his name? But
um,
anyway,
oh, I
he
know
went.
exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, I just can't think of his name right there now. But he was so pissed off about that. They would show pictures of comparing black people's skulls to the skulls of monkeys. And that's why they were black people were more superior than them when it came to the Olympic Games because they were actually animals. So we know all that. So I don't even know why you put that down there. We know the reality. They were playing mind games with these soldiers, but the black soldiers weren't going anyway because they realized, in our actuality, what they thought of Jesse Owens. Thank you. What they thought of
Yeah,
about
that's
black
it.
people. So what is your argument when it comes to what I'm saying? Is what I don't understand. Why would you even type that? But they knew what was going on. But I'm just telling you, using that as an example as to the fact that they know that we were being treated so badly, they tried to play on their emotions and say, "Hey, come fight for us."
And then
So
even it's embedded even into like you look at the justice system, the criminal justice system. Well, you had sociologists, I forget his name, the sociologist who had this chart which said that if you had this shaped head, these shaped features, your
uh,
eyes were this set apart or close together, it determined your criminality. So
yes,
a lot of people were just, they were going on this in the United States, and a lot of people were deemed criminal or,
absolutely. Well, and I talked about the human zoo before. It's an old video of mine, but I talked about it. The human zoo.
That was
Before
a
I've
good
talked about,
video.
huh?
Let me I said that was a great video. I've gone down and watched a lot of your old videos. But
Okay.
let me get down because I don't feel good. But you guys have a great day,
feel
great
better.
conversation.
I hope you
Bye
feel
bye.
better. I hope you feel better. Okay. Yeah, I hope she feels better. But yeah, it was Jesse Owens. And so yeah, I've talked about the human zoos before a while. See, it's just it's unfortunate
And it just
that
shows
our
how,
people
I'm sorry.
don't know
Go
so
ahead.
much of the history. But even if you don't know a drop of your history, you can feel racism. Right now, if you choose to associate with these racists, that's on you. But when you dealing with on instinct, because chattel slavery was so horrific that the after effects of that is actually encoded in our DNA. So you know when something like that is going on, and you know exactly who you're dealing with. Now, if you choose to deal with them anyway, that's on you. But if you choose to ignore it, that's absolutely on you. But it doesn't negate the fact that the system of white supremacy is set dead not only against black people, but poor Anglos as well, because they use them as shields.
Hmm.
So in order for them to keep their quote unquote power and dominance in this
Now,
country. So
now, I will.
see, black folks are so stupid. They really don't
Mm-hmm,
even know their own. They think they're doing something like all those dumbass Trump supporters. They think they're
mm-hmm,
really, making America great again or whatever. When you don't even realize that this 1%er is using you as a shield to do his
mm-hmm,
dirty work. It's
mm-hmm.
against you too.
Against
That's what
yourself,
it is.
your own interests. And this is another thing that I want to really talk about because I think we grew up in like an era where we had a lot of bright possibilities. It's expected now that the average person in the U.S. will have between 13 and 17 jobs in their lifetime. Everything that is great about America has been dwindled away to people working gig jobs, no insurance, all these types of things, and
Yep,
everybody is so enamored with the rich that they have voted their own interests away. That
exactly.
the middle class has been stripped away from society. Any type
Obliterated.
of any
Yes.
type of norms of pulling yourself up, being able to
By the
compete.
bootstrap.
Yes, in America, what everybody now is like, oh, you must have a college degree. No, you shouldn't have to have a college degree. You should be able to make a living wage. When you look at
Do
all
you
these
know how many
billionaires and
homeless people that I have seen have college degrees and they are PhDs?
exactly.
You know how
Hmm.
many homeless people that I have seen? And they went all the way through school,
But
yet they are still homeless. So yeah,
you can
yeah,
you cannot tell me that society must have a college degree when in
yeah.
the 1970s and 80s everybody didn't have a college degree, but they had jobs that were paying their insurance.
Why
They
do you
had
think they
jobs that
don't
were
teach?
paying
Why do
living
you think they
wages.
don't teach? Why do you think they don't teach those? What do you call those skills in school anymore? Like plumbing and what was that class?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yeah,
class.
trades. Yeah, yeah.
Trade. They don't
Woodworking.
teach the trade.
Yeah,
The trade
woodworking,
anymore.
plumbing, all these types of
Like
things.
plumbers. Do you know how much money plumbers make?
They make plenty of money, and
They don't
they have a
require a
shortage.
college degree to be a plumber.
They have a shortage of plumbers because most of the plumbers are retiring out of the
Right,
whole business, and they don't have
right,
enough people to fill the vacancy. So
right. And welders,
you
for
have
instance, right?
people
You
who
welders. Do you know how much money welders make? That does
You-
not require a college degree, especially underwater welders. And
Underwater
those are
welders make
those are
big money.
classes.
You have
They
to have a
those
cert,
are classes that they taught in high school, y'all. In
but
high school.
you have to have certification now. You have to
Yes,
go to a 2 year
certification, but not
college.
college degree.
Yeah, you have to
No.
go to a 2 year college to get the certification, but it's just a certification. You know how much money electricians make?
I didn't even know you had to go to a 2 year college just to get a
Yeah,
welder's
to get the certification.
certification
But
anymore. But what
electricians,
about what is it that you do? Electricians? Yeah, you have to
that's
go to college now
another
for that
job
too.
that you could be making six figures legitly. Plumbers,
But wait a
six
minute, let me. I was
figures
trying to ask you a question,
legitly.
Ronnie. Do you have
Hmm.
to go to college now to get a certification to be a plumber or a
No,
electrician?
no, but you have to to make the maximum. You must be certified. So you must be
Yeah,
tested
absolutely.
and
But
take
I'm
your
just asking. Do
certification.
you have to?
You
I
know,
can
yeah.
Google it. I can Google it. Go ahead.
Trades are just in high. That is one of the things that, yes, you have to do a apprenticeship for the electrician. I
Yeah.
don't think the apprenticeship is as long for a plumber if they even have one. I don't even think they have an apprenticeship for plumbers. I know they do for electricians. I have a
Mm-hmm.
cousin who's an electrician, and
Mm-hmm.
he makes a killing. He does all
Absolutely.
these high-rise buildings and all these
Absolutely.
type of stuff. I have
Yeah.
another cousin who is a steel worker, makes
Right.
good money building these
Absolutely.
high-rise buildings and things like that.
Right.
These are things that we can't seem to cross over to get our kids to say, like, oh, well, you can do this and you can live this way, you can live comfortably,
Right.
you don't have to put your life in jeopardy to have nice things, and
Right.
put your life in jeopardy, be shot, killed, or put in jail just to have
Right.
nice things. I mean,
Right.
it's, yeah,
Right.
it's
You're
sad.
absolutely right. And what is wrong with hard work?
Nothing.
At the end of the freaking day, they talk you out of hard work. They talk you out of owning your own business. You see what I'm saying? And you file for it because you think you can't, because of the fact that you have to, put in some time, in owning your own small business, whatever it is. The people, especially these young folks, they want to get rich quick, and they want to have all the shiny objects and stuff that they see that the rappers have, and these people that are not even like the Kardashians. They want to live the Kardashian life.
And because
They is programming. That's why
that's
they.
exactly what it is. It's programming because they want to put all this rich people stuff, reality series about rich
Right,
people. That's not reality. That's the
no,
1%.
right,
So they want the only touch of this reality that you're going to get is through watching TV, and you're to be appeased by that because they're not going
right,
to show you regular everyday people.
right,
They're not going to uphold regular standards of living because they
right,
don't want to offer Americans regular standard of living. And this is my
right.
point.
Like
See, because
they make it seem like it's a bad thing to work hard. Like especially black people, it really
oh, they
kills me.
job shame. Yeah, the
You
job
gotta be a
shame.
job. You gotta be a six-figure broke nigga on here. You
Yeah.
can't just come on here and say, I work
Oh,
hard every day for what I
you
got.
work
I don't have to
you
sell
work
drugs.
here.
I don't have to be a convict. I get out and I work hard every day for what I got, and I'm blessed to be able to do that. No, you
How
got to come
many
on here like you rich.
how many videos have you seen of people going off on bus drivers? Oh, you just a bus driver. But some in some of these cities,
Bus
bus
drivers
drivers
make good
make
money.
good
Bus
money.
drivers make good
And then
money.
you have a bum spitting on them talking about, oh, you just a bus driver. You
Bus
know what?
drivers make good money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then so you got dummies out here like, I don't want to be no bus driver. But you have no skills, no drive, no skill set
Right.
to do
Like
anything.
they acting like it's a sin to if you can't get rich quick, then you don't want to work hard. You just gotta get rich quick. You know what I mean? So if you can't do that, then I just come on here and
Hmm.
make fun of people that are actually working hard.
Exactly.
That's
So
what
it's
that's what kills me.
but I think that I'm just kind of like seeing how this system, they're talking about a new world order, the a prime minister of Australia has put it in a speech. The World Health
Right.
Organization has finally
Yeah.
used the term New World Order. And
Yes.
see,
And not
this
only that,
and
several presidents have too. Who was that? Bush that was speaking on a new world order. Was it Bush Senior, or it was one of them? Spoke a couple of times about they call it the new world order. And it starts with the world banking system. You
yes,
know, it trickles down. You
right,
know, but
and
then they also twerking too much in the synagogue of Satan. That's
mhm,
why too much, so much is going on. So much of that, what demon time, if you will, is being poured into young people
mhm,
that they can't even see the forest for the trees. You
mhm.
know, it's a whole lot of demons on here, right?
And
And
you
people
can't
just seem
tell
like they
them
don't
nothing like they
learn.
know
You
everything,
can't
and the
like
only
they
thing
know
they know
anything.
is the
Yep.
shit that's being programmed into
Yeah.
them.
Yes. Social media, I really think was created by the devil, and so it's just horrible.
And
But we know for a
but
fact that it came, you know, it gained popularity from that thing over there on Facebook that twerks around in the synagogue of Satan all the time. So what do you expect?
but my point was that, with the way this generation and the way the world is kind of being re I don't know, recalibrated,
Yep.
because if you look at when they had this worldwide pandemic. And I think that this was the test situation for the reset. We're going to
Absolutely.
see what we can tell the whole world to get
Absolutely.
them to just meekly. If there were more people scoffing and going
Mhm.
against these mandatory stay-at-home orders and mandatory this order, but look how the world just said, oh, okay, oh,
Right. And
you're
then
gonna give
plus
me
too,
you're gonna give
we
me
know
three
that.
payments of $400 for a whole
Right.
18 months, and oh,
Right.
okay, oh, I can work from home, oh, okay, oh, you
Right.
can't, oh, when you get tired of the fast food places being closed, oh, you can afford to pay people a living wage, oh, okay. See, I
Right.
think this was the test situation for something way worse to come.
Oh, absolutely. And then, and plus too, not only that, coupled with the fact that, I lost my train of thought. But what was I gonna say about that subject? When it came to that issue right there. Mm, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'll think about it again, but I want to speak on that in particular.
But somebody in the chat said it was the elder Bush who said the thing about the New
It
World
was the
Order.
dad. It was senior. It was
Hmm.
senior that spoke on the new world order.
Yeah,
It
so
was
it's
senior.
it's
I lost my
quite
train of thought.
intriguing, the way
Oh, this is
society.
what I want to say, Ronnie Q. This is what I want to
Hmm.
say. You know that when it comes to some TV shows and some movies, they're kind of like telling you what's gonna go on before it actually happens.
Hmm.
And you be like,
Hmm.
hey, like all those pandemic movies that they
Hmm.
showing forever, you know what I mean? And even that, and so we know that that's done happened. And these zombie movies, right? They make these zombies
Hmm.
look like monsters, right? There's one on HBO now called The Last of Us or something like that,
Hmm.
when they introduce this virus, this bacteria, fungus or whatever. And I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's very interesting, right? So they're making these movies right now, but they look like monsters and all of this and all that. But in all actuality, the zombies that they're talking about are the everyday people, the sheep. Now, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? The sheep that are willing to follow. So when that happened, when the lockdown and all of this happened, I do agree with you. That was just a test run. Like I see on TV, they got to make it look like these ugly monsters and all this.
Hmm.
But in all actuality, the zombies look like us. Predictive programming, right, Lexington, Norfolk. The zombies look
Hmm.
like us. You don't necessarily have to be infected with some virus and your face change and you become, carnivores. And you're strong. You got these superpowers and all this and all that. No, the next virus that's infecting you actually is AI. In my opinion, that's
Hey,
the
I
virus.
was
That's
just
what's
gonna
turning
say
you into
that.
a zombie. That's what's
Yes,
turning you into a zombie. Do you see what I'm
that
saying? And so, yeah,
and
you ain't
and
gotta
how
have put up.
and
So
how
yeah.
how far can we as a nation, Americans, how far can we get when the only thing we are consumers? We are not
Right,
producers of anything, we're just consumers. So
right,
we are in a very perilous predicament. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
If they want you to be so dependent on AI,
Mm-hmm.
to the point to where you don't even have to learn cursive in school anymore to sign your name. You know, if you could just
Exactly.
print your name or mark an X and an O, that's good for them. But when you marking an X and an O and you're not actually, or you're printing your name and you're not signing your name, you could be signing away your very life, and
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't even realize it because you ain't gonna take the time to read the fine print in the first place.
And
Okay,
all this
like,
electronic signatures on
right,
everything. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right. Right. Well, and they'll be like, "Well, you signed it. You signed your soul away."
And
You know
all
what I
these
mean?
privacy rights that you sign away to get to
Right.
do any app that you have, unnecessary
Right.
giving out your information just to sign on simple apps and things like that to save at Walmart or different stores.
Right.
You're signing away so many of your
Right.
privacy rights.
Because they in the background, learning about your everyday life. And when we
Hmm.
get these social experiments like a YouTube or a Facebook or a whatever, the AI is becoming even smarter. What was
Hmm.
that? Just a little while ago, they had on the news where they had to stop some bot system, or was it? It was some bot system that they had. But anyway, the AI started talking real crazy. And they had to, snatch that AI down because it was, you can't teach a robot how to humanism. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, and but the algorithm, this internet is enticing us to be the worst of us. Do you see what I'm saying? They want to dismantle your humanity, but so that you could become a zombie and let the AI run you. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that is a part of the new world order. Introducing
And
all of this AI into your daily life. Like, what is that thing you talk to it in your house? I refuse to get that.
no, I'm not getting that Siri. Yeah, I'm not getting
Seriously, I
that. Yeah.
refuse. I refuse.
Hmm.
I absolutely refuse. I went to my niece's house one day and she was hollering, Siri, play this and Siri, play that. I said, girl, let me tell you something. You got about 10 good minutes to unhook that thing and not hook it back up. These people are watching you. These people are trying to control
Alexa,
you and
not
your
Siri,
children.
Alexa. Yes, I'm
Alexa, thank
sorry.
you.
You
You
see,
got
I
about
don't have
10
it.
minutes. You got about 10 minutes to get rid of that, or I'm never stepping foot in this house again.
Now,
Got 10
uh,
5 minutes to get rid of it.
now
Because I didn't even
somebody
know that was going on.
somebody in the chat also brought up a good point. Don't forget to don't forget to include the New World Order saying you will own nothing and be happy. And I was talking about on my
Absolutely.
channel how home ownership is at an all-time low because these large
Hmm.
corporations are buying up houses. They're buying up new builds. They're buying the whole subdivision up. The whole however many hundreds of houses. These corporations and private people getting together are buying up homes, and they have this large corporation who owns more subdivision brand new bills than anyone
Right.
in the United States, and
Well,
they
what
interviewed
about
him.
have you been? There's videos. I can't think of that. I'm gonna post one up when I get off here. Monica, I haven't heard you speak of this. Like, over there in places like what do you call it? The UE, what's it called? The United Arab Emirates, over there. They
Uh-huh.
are planning to build like these cities that are ran pretty much by AI. They are introducing these subcultures. They are building these cities um that they've got their own banking system, they've got their own policing system, and in this one over there in the United Arab Emirates over there, they're building this city. They call it a glass city or something like that. It's supposed to hold like 9 million people or something like that. That is a control mechanism. These one percenters are wanting to control
But
subsectors of the world. Not only that, they're building that also one of those types of places here in America as
but I'm
well.
but I'm talking about what's actually going on right now because like people have been putting their
It's
houses up on
actually
the
going on
market,
right now.
and
They're building.
you have these hedge fund people who are buying these houses sight unseen that the
Right.
average
Yeah.
person cannot a single buyer is having a hard time affording a house because a hedge fund person is going to buy the house at so much over its market value because they have no interest in doing anything with it but to rent it
Hello.
out to people
Hello.
Be
and
down there around at 2:30.
Do what
this
now?
This
corporation.
corporation. You want me to be down there around 2:30?
You
Damn
got a
right.
feedback, Corio.
Hello? Oh wait a minute. Hello?
This ain't my phone. It's got to be your phone.
Oh,
It's
that's
my phone.
Miss
Oh,
O.
that's Miss O.
I'm online.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to come down there around
Yeah,
2:30?
that's fine. Nobody's down here right now. Have they gone to breakfast yet?
Yeah, they just left. I'm about to
We
clean
hear
up
her
my
whole
house. Hearing her whole
conversation.
conversation.
Yeah, they heard
D
both
Miss
of
O,
them
we can hear
already.
your
Demons, so we can hear
conversation.
your
Let
conversation.
me call you when I get offline, okay?
Bye.
Bye. Can y'all hear me now?
Mr.
Let
I
me
Lindsay,
try
we
to
wanted
get
you
heard
to
my
you.
know we
sound
can hear
back.
your conversation. We
I know
hear
y'all
you.
can hear
We
me,
hear
so
you.
thank goodness it
Yeah.
wasn't nothing deep, Chad.
Yeah,
Hold on
but
a minute.
what I'm
Keep
talking about
talking.
right what I'm talking about right now is these
Uh
corporations who are actively buying up property in this the corporation that
let's
owns
see.
the most houses in the United States said that people may need to some the interviewer said, well, what about the American dream? That's how most families establish their wealth. They'll buy a house and then they put money into their house, and when they sell their house, that's where they get their generational wealth from.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, people may have to get used to a new American dream where you rent a house and that's what you have. See, but they're trying to get you to think abnormal things is normal. You own nothing. They're already trying to get you to do this, and this is the company that owns the most houses in the United States that have no plans on doing anything but renting them to you. And
Right. Can y'all hear me
somebody,
now?
we hear
Can y'all
you.
hear me now?
Somebody also mentioned in the chat
I don't know.
about foreigners
So they
coming
can
over
hear me.
here and buying a property, and that is
The
so true.
Chinese.
But
The Chinese. The
yes,
Chinese.
Africans too.
all
All
all different
minorities.
all
All
different all
minorities.
different
Yeah,
companies
all of
But
countries.
them.
the
But
but the
29.
ones that twerk over there in the synagogue of Satan, they been doing that. Sorry about that. I know y'all can hear my conversation, but like I said, I got a lot going on. Some personal issues in my family right now, and I had to take that call, and I apologize for that.
Oh, no
And,
problem. But
and so,
29 states have gotten together where they are now trying to forbid outside people from outside countries to buy land because they can still buy property, but they don't want them to buy a large swath of land like Bill Gates is going out buying all
right,
this farmland. All these
right.
rich companies are going out buying large swaths of just vacant land. So, 29 states have put together where no
Right,
foreigner can come in and buy just land.
right.
But,
But they are
for
also controlling the food supply.
I was just
Paying
about to
attention.
say that. Did you hear about in 2013 it was supposedly a Chinese corporation bought Smithfield Foods. They are the largest pork producing plant in the whole United States. They
Right.
paid 30% over market
But the
value. They paid
Chinese bought
4.7
that.
billion dollars. And then the
The Chinese.
CEO of Smith Foods said, "Oh well, no, the Chinese government didn't buy that. That was just three people who got together and bought
But
it."
I'm just saying
But
they were Chinese that done that.
the,
They were
they were
Chinese.
he knew they were Chinese, so they're
I know.
interviewing him
Yeah, I know,
after.
but I'm just saying China has been doing that all over the world for a while now. You see what I'm saying?
eh,
And so yeah, they want to run the world. Whatever the hell is going on with them people,
Correct.
they crazy, batshit crazy. But they want
Yeah,
to be under like they want us to live like under a dictator like Kim Jong Un or they want that to go on in this world or they're willing to incite war and blow it up. But what
exactly.
if you have a nuclear war? What are you going to be ruling over? You're not going to be ruling over anything but dust.
Right.
But that is
And
just how sick people are.
but
So
and it's so sickening that the CEO says, "Oh no, it was just three independent people," and then the reporter went over to China and went to the bank. They approved that loan the same day that they got that loan, 4.7
right,
bill billion
right,
dollars. And then
yes,
the bank put out a statement said that they were glad to join with the Chinese government in buying the largest food pork proper pork plant in the United States. So it was definitely the Chinese government. And then they go back to
Right.
the
Absolutely.
CEO who sold the company, and he goes, "Oh, well, I didn't know that. Oh, I had no idea." Yeah,
But
you
they
had
do
an
though.
idea, because who is
But
he
they do.
working for now? He's working for some Chinese fucking entity over here in the
Right.
United States.
Right.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
knew
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I read up on it. I followed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That
They
was China.
so the average man is gonna have a hard time at it, because the
They
average
even
man don't
they
even know
even
how to
the
take
reason
care
why
of
they are so
themselves.
hard. Like I said, what I meant by they're even controlling the food supply is because you have to own you can only buy these GMO seeds if you are a farmer. And if they catch you using any other type of seed, like a truly organic seed or something like that, you'll be in it is against the law pretty much. It is
Against
against
the
the law, but
law.
not against the law. And they're buying up these farmlands. They are trying to ice out the black farmer, and even the black farmer has to follow these rules that the GMOs have put in place. Like you can't even plant the type of seed that you want to plant on your own land anymore. Okay, you can't even do that. And as far as the black farmers go, they are absolutely trying to ice out the black farmer. They won't give them loans. And I heard you talking, Ronnie Q, about that black farmer that they were harassing. And it's a lot of that goes on. That's why the black farmer is in the minority. But like I said, even the black farmer has to follow these GMO rules and stuff. That is what I meant by controlling the food supply. Even when it comes to the eggs and the chickens, they're always hiding bird flu. The eggs are so high because of the
Sorry.
bird flu. That is not true. In the first, yeah, yes, there has always been a bird flu, but they're wanting to make it seem like it is just so out of hand that we got to run up these eggs to $9 a carton, and that is absolutely not true. They are trying to do little bitty experiments to see how much they can control. And the more you feed into it, the more they control. Even
Can
when
I
it comes to the food supplies. And so
can
it's
I just
crazy. But yeah.
jump in real quick?
Mm.
I read an article on Walmart. They said in the past, ever since the pandemic, these food companies have been asking for more and more and more
Mm.
as far as raising the prices
Yeah.
because, like you said, the bird flu and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And Walmart this year in January, I believe, or either December for the coming quarter, they
Right.
refused. They said that they put too much on their customers already. And from now on, when companies request more money, say for eggs, they have to submit paperwork justifying the increase because it's out of hand. Even Walmart
It
feels
is out of
it's
hand.
out of hand because they're
Yeah.
losing business because
Right. Well, let me
people
tell
are
y'all
going
something
to.
too. A lot of you guys, I don't mean to interject, uh, Coriel, but let me say what I'm thinking about. I want to talk about this the other day. When it comes to something like the price of eggs or whatever, a lot of people have farmers markets, and that sort of thing, in their area. And if you don't have to pay $9 a carton for egg, if you have a farmers market, or some people call it other types of markets, go to your local farmers market,
Right.
and get you some eggs, and you won't have to pay 9.99, $10 for a dozen of eggs or 12 eggs. You can still get them for $1. Okay,
Yes.
you don't have to
Yes.
go to a Walmart or a food chain or anything like that. But a lot of people don't even realize um that what they call organic foods or even eggs and things like that you can get at your local farmers market, but they don't
Right.
advertise that sort of thing enough. So you don't have to pay $9
No, you don't. And I
a
was going to
carton.
say
Yeah.
Walmart is losing money to the Aldi's, the farmers markets. It's not that they
Hmm.
care. It's that
Hmm.
they're losing money. And
Yeah.
so yeah, you have to submit paperwork or explaining why you need the increase now. So
Right.
anyway,
That's,
going to
yeah.
go back to and on the Alexa, I find that when I first bought my Alexas, because I have one in the living room and one in the bedroom, They,
Uh-huh.
you knew they were listening to, you felt like they were listening for your commands. But I find here
Right.
increasingly, they go off by themselves. I'll be watching TV or I'll be on the phone and they try to answer out of the blue what I'm talking about on the phone. Like, say,
Mm-hmm.
we're sitting here talking
But
about
then, because
eggs.
what AI does is it gets smarter, right? It tries
Right,
to mimic what it is that you're thinking. It's a
right,
social experiment but the AI, no matter how smart the AI, what it considers learning about you or tries to mimic you, it can never substitute your humanism. You see, because
no,
simply because it is a computer, but yeah, it will try to eventually control your whole home and all
yeah,
your trains of thought. And
yeah,
so that is why artificial intelligence is scary to me. Even I was looking at a story the other day about the Tesla. Even if you have it in that mode to where you want to drive yourself and you don't want the Tesla to drive for you, the computer to drive for you,
it'll take
uh,
over.
there's so many wrecks. It's because of
Hmm.
the AI is taking control of your vehicle, even when you don't want it to.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's why
But
some of
yeah,
these
like
wrecks
we're
are happening.
talking about eggs right now. So it doesn't happen often, but it'll come off and say, "Well, the egg flu is such as trying to explain egg flu. I mean, bird flu." And and I'm just like looking at it like I didn't even say. I can't say it now. Alexa. It just tries to answer, and I've been really trying to pay close attention. And I bought a condo like last year, and they gave free Google. It's like an Alexa, but it's Google's. I forget what it's called, Google Play or whatever. They were
Mm,
giving them out for free. I didn't
mm.
accept it, but because it's like, will the company that owns that owns this building, will they be listening in? It makes you
Exactly.
paranoid. It makes you paranoid.
Exactly.
It
It
makes you
makes me
paranoid.
paranoid. And
Yeah,
like next,
but
yes, I know that they already have smart houses, Lexington, Norfolk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did predictive programming when it even comes to smart homes. I seen a
yeah,
story on Lifetime one time. Just it was make believe, but this woman was driving somewhere, and something happened. She got out of the car, and the car shut down, and it had the baby inside, and the computer wouldn't let her open the car, and the baby almost died inside, and she couldn't get inside the car because of the AI system that they had in place to save the baby. They're telling you these things. They're fictionalizing, but they're telling you what's going on. Do you see what I'm
yeah,
saying? What's in store for the
yeah,
future?
yeah.
So like they told
Yeah,
us at all those pandemic movies.
yeah.
And so
I'm
yeah.
going to jump down, but Ronnie Q, I'm sorry I changed the course of the conversation. For some reason, it's taken me a while to get on the panel, so I'm sorry I messed up the flow earlier. I just
What's going on with Y12 here?
okay, but anyway, thank you.
All right, thank you, Clorio. And so yeah, but Roddy Q, I gotta wrap up and Y12 and Oak Ridge is what? It's something going on with our nuclear power plant here in the state of Tennessee. I gotta see what's going on with that. What happened? Access to- Oh Lord, there's something going on with this dang on nuclear plant. I'm too close to that nuclear plant for something to be going on with it. Are you still here, Rodney Q? Well, y'all, I'm going to close out this video. I hope that you have enjoyed this conversation. We're gonna have to come back and do this again. Y'all hit the one if y'all can really kick me off. I had to go on. Oh, okay, yeah, Ronnie, I'm getting ready to close out the video anyway. But thank you so much for coming up, and thank you so much for coming, Chlorio. I got to get out here and deal with Yes, it is scary looking. View. I agree with that. Get out here and deal with my life offline. Thank you guys so much. I really, really enjoyed the conversation, Ronnie Q. Thank you. And but let me get out here, y'all. You have a good day too, View, and deal with my real life. And I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. I just wanted to please hit the like button on your way to do. I just want to check in. I realized it had been a couple of days, but My real life comes first. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.